Angry Guy here, and today we're looking at videos of women regretting feminism, but it's too late because men don't want them anymore. So we're looking at videos of women regretting feminism, but men don't want them anymore. Let's just go ahead and jump right into the video.
As long as you're a man and you're breathing, like, that's the only qualification I need, because I'm just so desperate for a husband. Like, there's a lot of pressure around me, so if you can deal me and propose, I swear I'll behave and I'll marry you immediately. I'll wash your clothes, I'll cook for you, I'll have your children, and I'll be obedient and a submissive wife, because that is what you guys want.
Did y'all hear what she said? She said, I will be obedient. I will wash your clothes. All I want is a man. Guys, what did you think was going to happen? The consequences for feminism are severe. Women decided that they wanted to be men. They wanted to be all powerful. They wanted to do it on their own. They thought that they were goddesses. And there's so many women in the West who believe this today. They have the whole the strong black woman mindset. But the moment things fall apart, guys, like anytime there's a catastrophe, like, you have like a major disaster, and you see and suddenly feminism disappears, and you see men literally going to houses and carrying women out in their arms covered in flood water, and it's like absolutely insane. And there are times when people actually call it out, like, wait a minute, where's all the feminism? Look at all these men carrying out these big strong women, these so-called these big. And that's why I say big strong women, because that's how women present themselves: big, bad, strong. Why can't and now look at y'all, now you need a big strong man to carry your little self out, like, oh, I'm just a little girl. And these women are like, oh, I don't want to unalive. I don't want to unalive. I want to live. I want to live. Protect me. Protect me. Like, bro, you're not Princess Peaches. I'm not Mario. I'm not saving you. Bowser can have you, And if Bowser is Satan, you kind of made your bed in hell, so you need to roll with it. Guys, women chose this for themselves. They made these decisions for themselves. It's sad, but the honest truth is that these women were out in the streets messing around with Shannon Tyrone. And what do you expect now? I mean, they made their bed in hell, and they need to lay in that bed, and they're trying to run away from it. This woman has clearly made a lot of terrible decisions in her life. You can tell just by watching this video. All right? She played around, she messed around, and now consequences have arrived, and she's literally talking about, I just want a man to come and clean my shit up. I want a man to come and rescue me, to save me from the things that I've done. All right? Men don't have this luxury. As men, when we fuck up, and we have to take accountability for it. We are going to struggle, we are going to suffer, and we are going to pay for it. And that's just the way the world works for men. Okay? Men immediately have to take accountability for everything they do. Women, on the other hand, women are bailed out. The government bails them out. Men bail them out. Society bails them out. Private companies bail them out. Their families bail them out. Simps bail them out. It's always like that. Okay? Women are always bailed out of every bad decision that they make. If a woman gets pregnant, she can go and she has the right to terminate the pregnancy. If that doesn't work for her, and she has it, she has the right to give the child up, which is abandonment. Men cannot opt out of parenthood, but women can opt out. Women can opt out of motherhood. Women can opt out multiple ways. They can terminate the pregnancy. They can give the child up for adoption. Or if they decide to keep the child, they can turn around and collect public assistance and have the government subsidize their living, and then also have the child's father pay for it as well. So they get bailed out right then and there. For every bad decision that they make, there is someone to bail them out, and the laws are structured that way. In France, men cannot even get a paternity test. The Supreme Court in France said, yeah, we're just going to decide that men cannot have a test, and we're going to throw them in jail if they try to do it, because it would disrupt the family. it would disrupt the family. So they would rather have men taking care of children that are not their own in these families, because they know, they're basically saying that literally, we know that women have been cheating on their husbands, and a lot of these kids aren't theirs. And we're going to say that for the benefit of society, we're going to force men to take care of children that are not their own. Can you imagine that we live in a society today where something like that is actually possible? That you can be stuck, put on the hook to take care of a child that is not your own for 18, 19, 20 years. In New York, I think it actually goes up to like 26 now. All right? 26. You can pay child support until you're like 26, until the kid's like 26 now. It's absolute insanity. The number just keeps on increasing. And the women who do this, they don't care. They absolutely don't care. And guys, I told y'all this is what was coming. Kevin Samuel said it. He said, winter is on the way. All right? And women weren't listening. Guys, it's not just any normal winter. It's the new fucking ice age, all right? And it's going to be cold. It's going to be extremely cold. And I mean, guys, a lot of people are going to freeze. A lot of people are going to freeze. A lot of people aren't going to make it out of this one. Guys, I talked about FEMA camps. I said, guys, remember years ago I said, the future is not female, the future is FEMA, all right? They kept on saying, the future is female. Nah, bro, the future is FEMA, all right? It's females in FEMA camps. All right, Trump has already said when he gets back in, he's setting up a bunch of tent cities. All right, he said no, but he said the homeless can't be on the streets anymore. He said they can't be on the streets anymore. He said the crazies, we're gonna find a place for them, but they can't be out there anymore. And the homeless, they can't be on the streets anymore. He said we're gonna set up these beautiful, beautiful tent cities, and we're gonna put the homeless in there, and that's gonna be the end of that. And I told y'all. Guys, once you go, and it's going to be overseen by the FEMA department, all right? Because they're going to treat it like an emergency. They're going to treat it like a national crisis. And who handles the national crisis and emergencies? FEMA. FEMA. So guys, I told you, once you go into these camps, you're not coming out. What's gonna end up happening is, because they're gonna cut a lot of this shit. Section 8 and public housing, they're gonna cut a whole load of this shit. Alright? And you're gonna see a lot of these women saying that getting put out of these public houses, and they're gonna tell them, they're gonna say, and you're gonna see a man drive up in a car saying, oh, don't worry, we have a place for you guys, we're gonna take you to a temporary housing facility. Remember, some of y'all remember, I said this years ago, they're gonna tell them, we're taking y'all to a temporary housing facility. And I'm telling them they're taking them to the camp. Tell them they're taking them to a temporary housing facility, alright? And you're gonna hear the mother saying to her kids, it's okay, you know what, kids, I don't even like this house anyway. Piece of shit place. Let's go. Let's take our shit and get out of here. Alright, we're going somewhere. And she's thinking like we're going to a hotel. It's like we're going to a hotel right now. She assumes they're going to a whole hotel, like they're gonna put them up in a hotel. No, no. They're gonna pull up and they're gonna tell them to get out of the car, and it's gonna be a camp, and they're gonna tell them, all right, right this way. And the moment they walk in, there's gonna be men. They're gonna be men with firearms. They're gonna be men with firearms, and as soon as they enter, they're not coming out. They're not coming out, all right? Once you go into the camp, you're not coming out. Because you know what ends up happening is they're gonna say, why do you want to come out? Because they're gonna say, listen, you don't have a job, you don't have any job you don't have any job prospects, all right? You're not doing shit with your life. You're not coming out of the camp. All right, and they're gonna say, "Listen, you're gonna be assigned a social worker. Your social worker will find you, and they're gonna give them a specific spot in the camp, and a tent, and that's where their kids are gonna live, right?" And if people think that, well, maybe it's gonna be separated, where so you have men in another camp, and no, it's gonna be dudes in there. It's gonna be dudes, everyone in there. It's gonna be men, women, men who think they're women. Women who think they're men, women and men who think they're neither men or women, all right? There's gonna be a mix of everything in there. All right, there's gonna be a lot of crazy people in there, and there's gonna be a lot of shit happening. I told you, Tyrone is gonna be the king of Tent City. When Tyrone is hungry, he's gonna eat. When Tyrone is thirsty, he's gonna drink. When Tyrone needs some loving, he's gonna get some loving. And you're gonna be respectful to Tyrone. You will be respectful. You will know because this is his house, not your house, and you better watch your mouth when you're speaking to him. All right, check yourself before you wreck yourself. It is gonna be hell. It's going to be hell. And like I said, once they enter, they don't exit. All right? They're going to say, because literally, where you go? They're like, I want out of here. I want to get out of here. And where do you think you're going? What, to go on the street? Do you have a place? Do you have a place that you're going to stay once you leave? If you leave here? I'm going to my sister's. Okay, let me call your sister. Your sister doesn't even want to talk to her ass, all right? It's a whole load of bullshit. They're not coming out. They're not coming out. They're going to be in there for ages. Okay, once they go into these camps, they're not coming out. All right. I told y'all, when shit hits the fan, you're gonna have women going around door to door, knocking on doors, like, "Hi, I miss so and so from down the street. You know, I just wanted to talk to you. You know, how are you doing, Mister So and So? You know, it's good to know your neighbors." You know, and it's so funny. And it's so funny because and they're gonna talk shit like, you know, and by the way, I have cookies and pussy. And like what? Like literally, come on. And the funny thing is, men aren't gonna open the door. All right, you guys aren't going to open the door. Those of you that are still in America and in Western countries, because a lot of y'all will already be gone, living in foreign countries and starting new communities with foreign bitches. All right, because this shit isn't going to fly. I told y'all we're heading towards another Great Depression or whatever the hell you want to call it. It's going to be terrible, and women are going to take the brunt of it. There's not going to be jobs for them, and this whole single mother bullshit. They're going to stop rewarding single motherhood. They're going to stop providing for these single mothers. They're going to start cutting off those benefits. All right? They're going to start cutting off those benefits. And when they cut them off, it's going to be hard. And there are people who think, well, if you cut our benefits off, we're just going to go and take what we want. It's going to be real rough. It's going to be real rough. I mean, if you think that you're just going to go around taking what you want, you know, don't forget that it was Trump who said a couple of years ago when things were going so right after the whole Floyd incident. He said when the looting starts, the you know what follows it. You know, when the looting starts, the ooting starts. All right, I'm not gonna say the word but when the looting starts, the ooting starts. All right, and that's how it is. It's not gonna be pretty. Guys, women are now seeing the consequences of feminism, and they don't want to live. They don't want to live with those consequences, but they are going to be forced to live with those consequences. Let me know what you think in the comments regarding this. We'll talk more about it in the comments, and you know, I mean, guys, this is what it's going to come down to. And they're going to have to face accountability right now, something that women are just not used to. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and cheers. Hey everyone. I appreciate your support and feedback. If you want to show your gratitude, you can use the super thanks feature to tip me any amount you like. You'll also get a special comment that I can see and reply to. Or you can become a channel member using the join button and get exclusive perks like badges, emojis, live chats, and more. Your support helps me make more videos for you, so thank you and stay tuned for more.